So you're thinking about moving to Austin, Texas and want to live in a golf community but have no clue which one is the best for you? Well, don't you worry, we have you covered. And today we're heading out to Lakeway, a suburb of Austin that encompasses the Hills Country Club and Flintrock Falls. I'm going to show you a few houses from each neighborhood and tell you a little bit about each community and the membership levels. And then I'm going to show you some hot spots around Lakeway, like this city park, like this Lakeway City Park we're at right now. Stick around, we're going to get started right now. So if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Austin and the golf communities, then subscribe below and tap the bell so you get notified when there's new information that you would like to have about Austin, Texas. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper, and my team and I get calls and emails from people just like you needing help finding a home in a golf community. And we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're here to help you all the time to help you find a home that fits you and your lifestyle. Let's get started on Lakeway, the Hills Country Club and Flintrock Falls right now. Welcome to Lakeway. We're out here at the Lakeway City Park, and I actually should be standing in water right now, but as you can see, the water has receded way back, and that is because we've had the least amount of rain this summer than we've had in a very long time. I think the lake is about 40% full from capacity. But let's get started on our communities. Lakeway is at the western portion of Travis County. It's about 25 miles west of Austin, and the Hills Country Club and Flintrock Falls sit right in the middle of Lakeway, and that's why we're here today. Lakeway is a resort community to begin with, but it's a whole town in and of itself these days. So in Lakeway, this is Lake Travis here. Granted, it's not very full right now. Those cars down there should be underwater about 30 feet. But anyway, Lake Travis is about 65 miles long. There are 100 acres of parkland in Lakeway and 500 acres of greenbelt. So if you love the outdoors, if you love golf, if you love tennis, pickleball, if you love even flying, there's a private, a little small airport here you can fly your personal planes in and out of. So it's a very active community with lots of hill country hiking, water, skiing, golf, tennis, and wellness. You name it, if you like to be outside and doing activities, this could be the spot for you. Now, we're going to talk about the two communities that are really one, but they are two different communities. It's called the Hills and it's called Flintrock Falls. And the reason I say they're two and they're one is because if you're a member of the Hills Country Club and you're a member of the Premier Signature level, you're a member of both the Hills and Flintrock Falls and Live Oak and Yopon, the two other 18-hole golf courses, as well as the World of Tennis, the Academy of Golf, the Wellness Center, pickleball, all the country club amenities. There are different levels where you can be members of different golf courses of the four, but the premier level includes them all. And the Hills Country Club and Flintrock Falls are kind of sister communities. The Hills Golf Course was built in 1981, so in general the homes on the Hills side are going to be just a little bit older, and you might be able to get a little bit more square footage for your money on the Hills side. On Flintrock Falls, the golf course was built in 2002, so the homes are going to be a bit newer there, the earliest, early 2000s, and they're still building some new in there as we speak. So the actual communities are contiguous to one another. They're two gated communities, but they actually share one gate line. So if you have a golf cart, you can drive in between the two and play both of them any given day that you want to if you have that signature membership. But the gated parts are separated. So I'm going to take you and show you different properties in each community so you can kind of compare and contrast. The architectural styles are going to be a little bit different, the way they're sitting on the lots, and just some of them have more kind of cliff, not necessarily cliff, but like off of a hill where you might have rolling hills down the driveway. The Hills is maybe a little bit flatter than Flintrock Falls as far as the lots are concerned. But I'm going to take you to 6 of them. I'm going to show you 3 different price points in both so you can compare and contrast which side you might prefer to live in. Keep in mind the Hills is the signature. Number 7 is the signature hole. It's a par 3 over the most beautiful ravine you've ever seen. I may have lost more than a dozen golf balls in that scenery, but nonetheless, it's gorgeous. And one little bit that I couldn't help but tell you about this. A while back, I brought my dog out here. She was a Cocker Spaniel, and it was when the water was definitely up in this area, but I just haven't thought about her until today, and it just made me feel so special. We would come out here and I'd let her off leash when no one was around, and if I would throw a rock, she would literally swim out and dive down and get a rock and bring it back to me. Cutest thing you ever saw. All right, let's get back on task. Let's go check out those homes in the hills and Flintrock Falls so you can see if that vibe is right for you. Before we get started on touring the homes that I'm going to show you, comparing the hills versus the Flintrock communities, I'm going to give you just a little bit of data about both of them. So the hills portion was here first. The golf course opened in 1981 and the houses followed shortly thereafter. So you're going to have a bit older homes in the hills portion. Some of them have been remodeled, but you won't have too many new construction on that side. The Flintrock side, the golf course opened in 2002, so you're going to have, in general, a bit newer homes on this side, and therefore the prices are going to be just a little bit higher. On the hills side, the average price for closing is $790,000, puts it about $280 a square foot. The average size is 3,200 square feet, and they're about on quarter-acre lots. In Flintrock Falls, the average sale price is a bit higher at $1,100,000. Price per square foot, $345 a foot, and a little bigger size in-house at 3,500 square feet and a third of an acre lots. So the Flintrock side, a little bit newer, a little bit bigger, and we're going to check out houses from each one at similar price points so you can see the difference in what you might get from each community. Let's get going. All right, so we're talking about the hills in Flintrock Falls. One of the great things about the community is they're both gated. Manned 24-hour security gates, so it's nice and safe out here. Additionally, they are contiguous to each other. They each have their own gated areas, but they attach to one another. So if you have your own golf cart, then you can drive from one to the other and you'll have a little key fob to get you into the interior gate that connects the two communities. But that is really cool to know. You can have people come into your community through the manned gate, through the other sister neighborhood, if you will, through that manned gate, or you can drive your golf cart in between the two and have access to both. Super safe out here, and let's get started on our first house. We're actually here right now. This one is listed at $750,000. It's on probably the lower end of what you can do here in the Flintrock Falls neighborhood. It is 2,000 square feet, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It was built in the year 2000, and it sits on 3/10 of an acre. It's this house here. We're coming up here on the corner. It's got a great lot. Have a look at this. It's just on the bend in the road. We've got a little end of the street here, and then it continues on to a cul-de-sac down at the end down there. Great location here on the corner. All for $750,000. That puts it about $372 a square foot, and it was built in 2013. Look at the trees. It's nice and grown up. They're not huge yet. They're medium size because this part of the community was built in the 2013s, 10s, and so it's had a chance to grow up a little bit. Just gorgeous out here in the Flintrock Falls neighborhood. So we're at our first house in the hills. This one is listed for $800,000. That puts it at $304 a square foot. It's a 4-bed, 3.5 bath at 2,600 square feet. It was built in 1999. It's on 3/10 of an acre, and it has a swimming pool. So you're going to notice between the two neighborhoods that in the hills it's a bit lower price per square foot, so you get a little bit more house for your money over here. But you can see, you'll notice the trees as well. They're going to be a bit bigger in this neighborhood because it was established earlier. They started building homes in here in the early 80s, and Flintrock started in the early 2000s. So take notice as we go between the two communities. This this one here is our middle price point in Flintrock. We're listed at $1,350,000, about $383 a square foot. Puts us closer to that average per foot for the neighborhood. This one's located up here on top of this hill. Beautiful front entry here. This one's a little bit better bargain than the last because it does have their backyard does back to one of the busier roads outside. So this one you can get a little bit better square footage price. The room count is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and it's 3,500 square feet. It sits on a little smaller lot than the last one at 3/10 of an acre instead of 4/10 of an acre. And it was built originally in 2005. So you can see a little bit of the difference in design. This one has more stucco, a little bit up, lofted up on the hill, has a nice metal roof. It still has that limestone down below. A good combination of that Texas Hill Country design. This house is on a gorgeous street with these beautiful live oak trees hanging over the street and everybody's house. In back of these homes here, it is the 15 tee box to the Hills golf course. You can see it through there just a teeny little bit. So this house is our middle ground in the Hills. It's listed for $1,345,000. That puts it at $245 a square foot. It's a 4-bedroom, 5-bath. It's about 5,500 square feet. It was built in 1991 and it's on 3/10 of an acre. This street is so quiet and just gorgeous back here. Granted, it's a lovely time of evening right before the dusk, and it's just so pleasant out here this evening. But this home is our middle style, again built in 1991, so a little bit older. The roof looks like it needs a little bit of love up there, but you can kind of see, let me see if I can zoom in for you through there. That is where the pond is back there, and the tee box is for the 15th hole. And 15th hole is a par 4, pretty good hole, not too long, tee off over water, and then bunkers all around the green. And that's kind of, I hate to say it, but par for the course. In the Hills golf course, there's bunkers everywhere. So if you're going to play out here a lot, you need to make sure your sand game is churning, is doing well, so you can get up and down out of those bunkers. All right, let's carry on to our next one. All right, this next one here is at the top of the price range in Flintrock Falls. It's listed for $2,150,000. That puts it about $504 a square foot, which is well over our average that we've already discussed before, but it's been completely remodeled. It was originally built in 2009, but they remodeled everything. There's a swimming pool out back. It's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It's about 4,300 square feet, and it sits on 4/10 of an acre. Did I mention they have a swimming pool and a putting green out back? Anyway, this is a great example of the Texas Hill Country modern design look. You've got that tobacco limestone rock on the bottom, and then you've got the stucco siding up top. You have the exposed wood beams out there, and that's just traditional Texas Hill Country at its finest. This next home is not actually on the market any longer. It has sold, but it was listed for $2,490,000. The top of the price point here over in the hills section. That puts it about $440 a square foot. It's 5 bedrooms and 6 baths, around 5,700 square feet. It was built in 1993, but as you can see here, they're already remodeling it. They closed on this property and they've started right away making some changes. Looks like they're putting on a new roof. They're gonna redo the pool out here in front. So again, that's kind of what you can expect in the hillside. A little bit older home, you may have to put in some work if you don't buy one that's already been remodeled. And this one also is sitting on an acre, and it backs to one of the practice holes at the Academy of Golf. So the Academy of Golf on the back side, you can't quite see it from here, but that's the driving range down there, and the pro shop is up there. So this is the members end. The other end of that driving range is the Academy. That's where they give intensive lessons. They have chipping greens, pitching greens, enormous putting green, a driving range that's huge, and those 3 practice holes. And on the back side of this house is one of those practice holes. So you have a lot of privacy in the evening. You know, not too many people are out there practicing all the time. So it's a really great location on an acre. And that's why it brought a premium. I don't know what it closed for. I can't tell you that right now, but it was listed for $2,490,000. Again, that's one of the top end ones over here on the hillside. All right, let's carry on to our next one. Now, if you want to be a member out here at these beautiful courses, the signature level, the top tier, you're a member of the Hills Signature Course, Flintrock Falls, which is where we are here, Live Oak, and Yopon. So that encompasses everything, plus the world of tennis, plus all the swimming and academies and Academy of Golf and things like that. There's the next level, there's 2 more levels at that. The next level down is just Flintrock Falls and Live Oak and Yopon, and then the lower level is Live Oak and Yopon, and not the 2 premier courses. In addition to that, they have pickleball levels, they have a wellness level, they have a community level, and just a social level. So basically you can find anything that you're interested in and join just at that particular level that makes sense to you. The Canyonlands Trail is 20 acres, and it's right at the convergence of the hills and Rough Hollow and Flintrock Falls. 20 acres of great trails hiking all through the hill country. We're here at the Lakeway City Park. Generally the water is a lot higher here and you can go swimming all around. You've got a boat dock over here, a dry dock that generally only brings the boats to there, but they've had to extend the ramp because we've had so little rain this summer. Hopefully it'll fill up over the winter and we can get back to normal. But while here in this Lakeway City Park, they have volleyball courts, they have a dog park, they have hiking trails all throughout. I'm not sure if you can see them, but we've got trails all the way that goes up around the point and around the corner. People bring their dogs out here. There's little picnic areas all around the place. There are children's playgrounds in little pockets. It's all spread out. There's a ton of room to just come out here and have a wonderful day at the lake. The lake is low, but it's still gorgeous out here. All the marinas on Lake Travis have to be floating because the lake fluctuates so much. As you can see over here, it's normally, you know, up there, and we've got the marina all the way down there. So we're ending our day over here at a little Sundancer grill on the water. Sundancer Grill is a cute spot to put on your things to hit in Lakeway. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Thanks for subscribing. If you think this neighborhood in the hills or Flintrock Falls is a good fit for you and you're getting the vibe from it and you want to see something in person, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We are always available to help you find the perfect home for your lifestyle. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.